between our hosts, the Philippines, and the visitors, Australia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a showcase tonight here, the final game in Group B for these two teams, as they currently sit on equal records of 4 wins and 1 loss. Australia so far top of the group, while the Philippines right beneath them. Andre Blatch ready to go. Been the best player so far for the Philippines in this campaign, but the winner of tonight's game will go top of the group. Well, for Australia, it's been a bit of a shift for them from joining the FIBA Asia Cup, which they recently won in 2017. Coming out gold medalist Andre Deladilova, the NBA champion in 2016, just coming back into the team, playing some very good, solid minutes. They need him to play up and down the court as much as possible. Well, recently, Australia just coming off their first defeat as they took on Japan. They went down, played a very, very inspired Japanese basketball team who are currently playing against Chinese Taipei. If Japan can win that, they can just move above them. Well, that game is currently going on now, but as you can see, the Philippines made easy work as they traveled to Chinese Taipei themselves, where they won by 22. And Japan coming off with a very crucial and first victory against Australia, as they won 79-78. As mentioned, Chinese Taipei host Japan, in which the winner will go on to the next round. And you can see the top 2 joint with 4 wins and 1 loss, while the bottom 2 equal 1 loss and 4 wins. The winner of this game will go top of the group, while the winner in the other game will be the 3rd team to go through. So it is all to play for here in this Group B of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Well, there she is, the trophy. It's created, that's going to be up for grabs. And who's to say that Australia can't go for it? Australia with a very promising group of talent and more players to come into the system, of course. They have an NBA champion in their ranks, and he'll be leading the ways here for the Boomers. Well, for the Philippines, basketball, it's fair to say, is a national obsession. There's definitely, anywhere you go, whether you're in Manila, Makati, the streets will be packed with people just playing basketball. And it's been a national obsession for a very, very long time. 2013, they made it to the final. They lost to Iran in the FIBA Asia Championship. They made history in the semifinal after beating Korea. Since then, their national presence has just progressed bigger and bigger. The Australian fans there, you can see, just making the short journey over. Oliver Norwood, he's been a regular now for the national team in the last few seasons. Very explosive guard, can put the ball on the floor, but more importantly, can get the jump shot going from the outside. Well, the Aussies are ready. They are pumped up. Remember, the winner of this team will go top of the group. A lot of the foundation for the Gilas Pilipinas basketball national team has to be given to their player who's not with us right now. Just retired most recently was Jimmy Alapag. Led the way. Angus Brandt there, a young, promising player for the Australian national setup. Well, he'll have his hands full tonight as he goes up against the big boy, Andre Blatch.
FIBA's original name is written, a mark that identifies it as an official trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the trophy for the 2019 FIBA World Cup of Basketball.
As mentioned there, the trophy for the FIBA World Cup of Basketball, made of pure gold, was showcased in Guangzhou, China, at the Guangzhou Tower. It was the original FIBA name, which was the historical amateur status it had, and it has as well the list of all previous champions. And again, who is to say that either of these teams cannot go for it? What a bit of inspiration they have to be playing their final game for the winner to be decided top of this group in front of that trophy.
Welcome to the Philippine Arena. This is the final game in the 2019 FIBA World Cup qualifiers for Asia. And we are now presenting the teams competing in this match, starting off with our visitors from Australia. Number 2, Nathan Sobi.
Well, Australia now, like the Philippines, featuring a lot of players from their domestic league.
Number 4, Chris Golding.
Well, Chris Golding, one of their top scorers, a very explosive guy, has good vision, can put the ball on the floor, but more importantly, we're looking for thumb maker in the low block.
Number 9, Mitch McCarron.
Dellavedova. What a play he's turned out to be in the NBA. Currently playing with the Milwaukee Bucks, but coming off in 2016, an NBA championship.
Number 24, Anthony Drivik. And number 27,
just look to the left there. The tall assistant coach is the famous Luke Longley, teammate of Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls, 3-time NBA champion. How lucky are the Australian national team to have him on the coaching ranks.
Number 2, Terrence Romeo.
Terrence Romeo was unbelievable. Shot the ball so well in the last game against Chinese Taipei.
Number 5, Gabe Norwood. Number 7,
Gabe Norwood, we talk about his athleticism. Jason Castro, one of their veteran point guards, represented Gilas Pilipinas in a lot of competitions now. We all know about the big man, Andre Blatch. One of the few big men you'll see be able to put the ball on the floor, but here comes Jun Fajardo. Jun Fajardo, absolute powerhouse in the low block.
Number 18, Troy Rosario. Number 25, Japeth Aguilar.
Japeth Aguilar.
And number 35,
he's coming of age now, but really known for his explosive athleticism. Runs the floor like a god.
Is Chuck Reyes.
Chuck Reyes took them to the World Cup in 2014. We'll just get set for the national anthems of these two teams.
For the national anthems of our competing nations in this match. First, the national anthem of Australia. Please remain standing for the national anthem of the Philippines to be rendered to us by the Pride of Bulacan, Ms. Darlene Joy Santiago.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig. Di ka pa sisiil sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati't pagsinta. Buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mang-aapi ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you very much, Ms. Darlene.
National anthem of the Philippines, Lupang Hinirang, translated to The Chosen Land.
Ladies and gentlemen, our officials for this game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, these two teams will pay homage, give each other the accolades. We're 1 minute away from tip. It is the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. It is our host, the Philippines, taking on Australia. It's Group B.
And our game director,
We'll just get set to introduce our officials tonight. Our officials are Ahmed Al-Balushi, Hatim Alabri, and Paul Skyem. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud to say that we have some of the finest officials here in world basketball. They've done a magnificent job in all of our competitions, and they'll continue to do so here tonight for the Asian qualifiers in the build-up to the FIBA World Cup 2019. Well, for Australia, it's all going to be about tempo, getting up and down the court, really making the Philippines stretch themselves in the transition defense. We talked about Della Delova, but the young fella, the big man inside, Angus Brandt, he's going to be a hand to contain. But of course, down the other end, he's going to have to deal with the beast, Andre Blatt. Well, for them, it's going to be about getting off the mark. They've got the likes of Christopher Golding, another inspirational veteran point guard, 30 years of age. But of course, Thom Maker's going to be another inside presence for the Australians. No surprise in their starting lineup. You've got Nicholas Kay and Thom Maker will play in the low block, while Leash, Della Delova, and Christopher Golding will make up the backcourt. Now, that's a very mix of experience in youth. Della Delova now coming into his prime years. But a good 1-2 punch he's developing with Golding. Well, for the Philippines, they've got the home crowd on their back. And, you know, if there's one way to describe basketball here in Gilas, Pilipinas, it's a national obsession. They'll be inspired by the contribution he's given to the national program for the last few summers. And of course, veteran players such as Japeth Aguilar and that man, Jason Castro, will really get him into the mark. Well, of course, we talk about players like Andre Blatt and Jason Castro, but don't forget the big man inside, Jun Fajardo, now coming into his own. One of the more prominent post players that come out of their system, but all about their new player of the future, Terrence Romeo. What a game he had recently. Well, they came out with a big win against Chinese Taipei. Again, we're going to go with Gabe Norwood's going to play the 3 spot, while Japeth Aguilar now slips into the starting lineup. Andre Blatt, the man in the middle. He'll also have Matthew Wright, but no surprise there to see Jason Castro now taking the duties of point guard after the retirement of Jimmy Alapag. Well, the Boomers, as they are known, very proud nation in all of its sports, but basketball probably doesn't get enough credibility as it should. That man really did put a bit of Australian basketball on the map when he was a 3-time NBA champion with the Chicago Bulls. What a great mentor he can be for these young players.
At guard number 35, Matthew Wright. At forward number 5, Gabe Norwood. At the other forward number 25, Japeth Aguilar. And at center number 11, Andre Blatt.
Well, these two teams really are going to play high tempo up and down the court. Chuck Reyes had a brief stint away from the national team, known for the dribble handoff style. He gets his more quick, athletic point guards to shift defenses in and around. Came under a little bit of criticism after 2014, but he's back in the lineup, and how happy they must be to have him back in their ranks. Well, the last time these two teams met, it almost seemed like a very equal encounter, but in the end, it was the Australians who came out with the victory in Melbourne. They won 84-68. They were led by Mitchell Creek, while Jun Fajardo led the scoring for the Philippines. But tonight, the winner will go top of Group B. While in our other game, Japan taking on Chinese Taipei. The winner of that will be the 3rd team that goes through with either of these two. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. It's the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. It's the Philippines versus Australia. Don't go anywhere. We're underway. Well, the Australians get the first possession of the game. We're going to try and see if they can get things going early stages. Just listen to this atmosphere here. This is going to be going all game long. Andre Blatt handing the passing lane, behind the back pass. And now the Philippines, 3-pointer, transition, doesn't get it. Golden just gets a rebound, and he hugs the sideline down the other end. Della Delova comes off a screen. Pick and roll pass, Thom Maker all the way, gets fouled. Well, the foul's on Japeth Aguilar, and you can see Japeth Aguilar probably having to take a more central duty in the low block. Remember, in 2013, this man was running the fast break like a god. Injuries have just slowed him down a little bit, but he's still very, very effective. Listen to these cheers. These fans are so passionate. And misses the first free throw. With his size and length, he could be getting to the free throw line quite a lot tonight. Oh for 2, doesn't get it. Oh, pass it right to Deladilova, who lays it up now. I'm not sure Andre Blatch is going to get the assist for that one, but Australia get the first 2 points of the game. You can see just putting a bit of full court pressure, and the Boomers get a steal. Physical defense. Deladilova, alley-oop, oh baby, early stages. Deladilova just throws it up to the big fella and says, hey, go fetch. They get the handoff play here. Castro, just defense is a little too physical. Castro now is going to take it in the lane, goes to the layup, gets blocked. And now Australia can break. Deladilova, catch and shoot, takes the triple, in and out, doesn't get it. Coming with a loose ball. Castro back down the middle, tries again, another block. This time Deladilova, they get it back. Under 10 on the shot clock. Blatch, he tries from the perimeter, and Andre Blatch, nothing but net, right in the face of Nicholas K. Well, the big man, he does like to put the ball on the floor, but he can also shoot the 3. Comes off a screen now, tries to pick and roll. Thumb Maker, well, he'll try a 3-pointer. And now the other big fella, Thumb Maker, he just tucks away the triple from the corner. End-to-end stuff. Now that was a 2-pointer, he had his foot on the line. Castro now back to Blatch. Blatch, step back, wide not. Andre Blatch, a little short. Thumb Maker gets a rebound. Now Deladilova can break. Give it down low, looking for a handoff. KO, nice pass in the lane, reverse layup. Whoa, a little bit of a 1-2 play there as Kevin Lish just gets it under the basket. The assist comes from Nicholas K. Here comes the dribble handoff now from the Philippines. This is what Chuck Reyes is renowned for his teams playing. Gabe Norwood off to Blatch. Blatch down the middle, draws the foul. You can see Blatch really enjoying the idea of drawing his post defenders out because he does have a quick step of him. But look at this as a pass from Nicholas K to Lish. Just a simple reverse layup. Down low to Blatch. Now this could be a mismatch now for K. Gets a handoff. And he stepped out of bounds, a turnover. You can hear the home crowd do not like the call. Joe Reyes now just motivating his players to keep on going. Philippines now already with 3 turnovers. Deladilova throws it away. Thumb Maker wasn't expecting the pass. And Australia pick another turnover up. Jeff Aguilar now looking for the handoff. Would try to go back door, but couldn't get it. Blatch down low, gets it all the way to Aguilar, who just finishes inside. Well, that's better now from Jeff Aguilar. Just a good bit of effective movement off the ball. Now, is that a charge? Yes, it is. Good defensive play by Andre Blatch. Just stood his ground and let Deladilova just charge right into him. That's the thing when you got a player that's 6'11", 7 foot like Andre Blatch, can just hold the ball and just see over. Now you can see, look, coach is frustrated with the defense. Nicholas K is going to have his hands full for the next 35 minutes if he's going to have to guard Andre Blatch. Aguilar goes handoff. And Blatch draws another foul on K. That's his second personal. They're going to have to go to a change, go down to their bench now. Nicholas K, for the most part, did well as Daniel Kickert comes in for Australia. Now he's going to guard Blatch. And, oh, it was the right idea. But in the end, Matthew Wright just couldn't catch the ball. Made a right cut. It was wide open. The pass was just a little too far to the left. Philippines now with 4 turnovers. Maker now looking for the handoff with Golden. Comes off a screen. Back to Maker. Loses the ball. And now Australia turning over again. Wow. Bit of a sequence of clumsy plays now from both sides. Blatch now gets a screen from Aguilar. Now here's the one-on-one matchup. Well, Blatch tries another 3. Andre Blatch from downtown, right in the face of Thumb Maker. Well, you got to play better D than that, because this guy's going to go to work tonight. Now Maker, can he respond? Curls the screen, kicks it out. 3 in the corner, Lish. Oh, baby. It's a shootout right now between these two. Nice little possession, penetration, kick out from the Australians. Blatch wastes no time, kicks it out. Norwood back to Blatch. Puts it behind his back, no way from the corner. Can't get it, tough shot. And now Deladilova can break. Spins around, almost loses it, down low to Thumb Maker. Well, kick it, why not? Try your luck, yes sir! Well, the big man, he comes in and he drains it. The assist coming from Thumb Maker. And Australia now moving the ball, getting some good looks. Already have 5 assists. Philippines with only 1. Backdoor, thought about it, couldn't get it. Well, Blatch spins around, tries it from 15 feet. In and out, tough move, couldn't get it. Deladilova throws it back door, nice play. Another kick out. We got another 3 from Lish. Doesn't get it. Aguilar with a rebound. And now Gabe Norwood. Transition, gets a handoff. Castro looking for Blatch, can't get it to him. Castro now trying to almost lose his dribble. He's got 7 on the shot clock. Takes it in, strong move off the backboard. Jason Castro, too quick for Deladilova. Just kisses it off the glass. That's a strong penetration. Now Deladilova comes off a screen with Kickert down the middle. Goes in and around, puts it up, and it's a beautiful floater from the Milwaukee Buck player. Well, that's a lot better now from the Australians. Deladilova now goes up to 4 points. Castro wants to go pick and roll with Japeth Aguilar. Gets the screen. Castro with a floater, doesn't get it, airballs it poorly. And now the Boomers can break. Lish, transition. He's got to kick it out, under the basket. Too easy, but it's a goaltended. As Blatch just tries to get up and block it. We're just gonna have a timeout. As Terrence Romeo looks like he's about to check into the game to give the Philippines just a few more scoring options. It was a house on fire when they played against Chinese Taipei a few days ago. If you look already, the Australians have 6 assists, opposed to the Philippines only 1, but it just shows they're moving the ball around. Everyone's getting a touch, everyone's getting good moves off the ball, so 10 points inside the paint. The Philippines being carried on the back by Andre Blatch at the moment. There's the floater from Deladilova. A strong drive by Jason Castro. Well, now Terrence Romeo crosses over, makes the contact, fakes, underneath, Fajardo! Well, that's better. Now more points in the low block for the Philippines, but more importantly, just making the defense collapse with the penetrations. Well, kick it, he's made 1-3, you can't let him take another, but he misses this one. And now Blatch is going to take it himself. Comes off a screen, back to Blatch, down low, Fajardo gets fouled, doesn't get the and one. Well, that is a bit better. Now they're starting to move the ball, get a few better looks. Well, how about this? Romeo with the fake, down low, Fajardo wide open. Well, he makes the first free throw. Well, Fajardo now been for the national team for a few seasons now. Currently playing with San Miguel Beerman, where he's been since 2012. 6'10". He's been absolutely so valuable for this national team program in recent years. Makes a second one, he cuts it down to a 5-point ball game. Well, Angus Brandt now down low. It's a push in the back from Fajardo. This is his first personal foul of the game. Well, Lish just going to go to the bench, take a little bit of a break. Takes it in the lane, kicks it out. 5 on the shot clock, puts it up, miss it, Blatch. Excellent defensive presence. Blatch makes a contact, missed the layup, Bryant with the rebound, and now the Boomers can break. Steps back, crosses over. Comes off his leg, but will continue to play. Pick and pop now, takes the three, three's up, in and out. Doesn't get it, but Angus Brandt, another rebound, they try another triple, in and out again. Blatch with a rebound this time, and now Romeo can break. Romeo crosses over, makes a contact, finger roll. Well, Terrence Romeo just coming in the game and all of a sudden making a big impact in the backcourt. We just have a mix-up and a switch over. Well, how about this for a crossover? Steps over, gets him off his foot, and then the finger roll just off the glass. I mean, look at this. One, broken, in and around, and just tucks it away. Well, Australia now just taking their time, impatient in their play. Takes it baseline all the way, no help side defense. Well, you got to do a little better than that. There's Nathan Sorbet. Norwood gets a handoff. Romeo on the ball. Bit of shake and bake now. Behind the back. Three in the corner, three is up. Doesn't get it. Well, who did that come off? It's come off an Australian player. It's come off Nathan Sorbet, so Philippines will get the ball baseline with a fresh 14. Gabe Norwood just going to go to the bench, take a quick breather. Comes off, takes the three, three is up, doesn't get it. Jeff Rosario just checked into the game for the Philippines. He just took his first triple. Well, Kicker tries another triple and same result, but they don't box out. Too easy, Sobe, another easy layup, uncontested. Terrence Romeo now, a bit of shake and bake. Well, the overcommit all the way, gets blocked. The Philippines will get the ball baseline. Kicker just goes to the bench, takes a break, just cooled down from the perimeter. Had a few good looks in the early stages. Romeo thought about the three in the lane. Fajardo's got to go up with it. Big man fades away off the backboard. June Fajardo now, he has 6 points. All of a sudden, he's making a big difference in the low block. Kicks it out, goes baseline, reverse layup, misses it. And they come up with a loose ball. Well, we got an offensive foul as Angus Braun just takes a little bit of a shot. Well, it looks like both players seem quite cool. Now here's the missed layup. The reverse layup hit the front rim. Oh, now that looks painful. You got to credit the response of Angus Braun. He didn't react too negatively. He just walked away from it. Well, now the Philippines have gone into a 2-3 zone. The assumption that Australia aren't shooting the ball well from the perimeter. We'll see. Penetration kick out. Three in the corner. Three is up. They don't get it. Maybe the zone's a good idea. The end of the first quarter. It is the Boomers from Australia that lead this one 23-18. It's been end-to-end stuff. Philippines now being carried by Andre Blatt, but also a lot of credit to Junmar Fajardo. 6 points in the low block, just making a real presence inside. Terrence Bill Romeo just coming in and making a big difference. While for the Aussies, business as usual. Dellavedova. The Australians now 3 for 10 from the perimeter in the first quarter, while the Philippines only 2 for 8. Those came from Andre Blatt. Australia 7 for 9 from within the rainbow, while the Philippines are 5 for 11. But it's been end-to-end stuff. Both these teams really going at each other. There you can see there's the alley-oop from Thumb Maker. Just threw the ball up, and here's the step back from Andre Blatt. The quick release as well. A nice little pass there from Nicholas Kay to spot out Lish. Lish just lays it up. Kick it. Just showing his ability in this range from the perimeter. Castro with the quick move. Terrence Romeo, shake and bake, good ball handling. Just get the second quarter underway as Abueva is going to inbound the ball. Romeo on the ball, throws it down low to Fajardo. Got it by Angus Braun. Now this is a good matchup. Fajardo backs down, makes the contact, puts it up. Strong move by Junmar Fajardo. He's just going to work in the low block. Angus Braun now looking for the dribble handoff. Takes it down the middle, almost loses dribble, goes all the way, and he gets fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Christopher James Golden. Just coming off aggressively off that curl, making some contact, just hanging with his defender. Wasn't really going anywhere. Defense should be doing better. Just listen to this crowd. They are so intense. He makes the first free throw. He was actually born in Tasmania. Currently was playing in Spain briefly, but was with Melbourne United and Exilium Torino. Two-time NBL champion. He makes them both. Well, Torrance Romeo kicks it out. Well, puts up a wild one and completely missed the backboard, almost hit the shot clock. Not sure what Abueva was aiming for. Down low to Brant now. This time he goes up and he makes it, and he responds to June Fajardo. And these two are just having a battle in the low block. Looking for a handoff, nobody's coming towards him, no movement, but back down low to June Fajardo. Oh, goes behind the back. Fajardo bangs around, kicks it out to Abueva, tries from 15, misses poorly, and he hits it off. Australian player. So the Philippines will get the ball baseline. And Abueva's just going to go to the bench, take a little breather. He gets applauded for that last ditch of hustle. Into Romeo. Step back, long two. Wow, a lot of contact, but no foul. Offensive board. Well, he's got to go up with it. Fresh 14 now. Romeo comes off the screen in the lane. Well, gets blocked on the pass, and now the Aussies can break in transition all the way. Makes the layup. That was Anthony Carl Drimmett. He did so well to run the break like he did. See, right now the Philippines just need a little bit of more movement. They'd like to go. Well, Fajardo now shoots it off the backboard, misses poorly. Well, as he's struggling, they break down three in transition. Three is up, and it's nothing but net. And the Australians now take a 12-point lead as Cameron Glidden just tucks away the triple in transition. Philippines got to call timeout. See already the Philippines only have 2 points while the Australians have 9. Also, the Philippines have no points on the fast break, which no surprise to the Aussies get out. That's what they love to do, is run and gun. Well, there's the three in transition from Glidden, but how about this for a finish by Drimmett? Going all the way, avoiding the block, and just finger rolls it off the glass. Romeo keeps it under control as Castro and Blatch come back into the game. Romeo comes off the screen, puts it up. Nicely done. Avoided the block from Cameron Glidden, but Terrence Romeo, this guy is very explosive. Quick ball handling skills. He moves up to 4 points. Comes off the screen, almost turns it over, and they get the steal. Now they got numbers. It's 4-on-1. Romeo gives to Blatch. Now it's a blocking foul. So Andre Blatch is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Fouls on Dellavedova. Here's the original pay. Shake and bake, takes it in. Just a quick short floater. Nicely put away by Terrence Romeo. Andre Blatch currently playing in the CBA, of course, with the Xinjiang Flying Tigers. He makes the second free throw. Brief stints in the NBA with the Wizards and the Brooklyn Nets. Dellavedova now kicks it inside to Angus Brandt. Brandt's got to go to work, spins around, puts up a jump hook, and Angus Brandt just going to work. Well, these two players bring back the old tradition, back down post play. You want to see June Fajardo now go right back at him. Romeo comes off a screen, crosses over, goes baseline, reverses it, gives it to Fajardo, puts up the floater, and what a play for the 1-2 between, of course, Romeo and Fajardo. Just lobbed the ball. Dellavedova goes baseline, draws the foul on Andre Blatch. Blatch raises his hand, but still doesn't know where the contact is, and obviously doesn't agree with the call. And what about that? Lobs it up. Fajardo does so well. Look how he keeps the ball high as well. Where he catches it, doesn't bring it down. Wasting no time, but what about this for a move from Angus Brandt? Now him and Fajardo are just going at each other in the low block, and Coach Brown loves it. Well, it's good again, it's tucked away now. Australia just playing with so much confidence, so much swagger. Go pick and roll Fajardo again. Steps back, shoots from 15 feet, tucks it away. And Romeo uses the screen well from Fajardo. And it's end-to-end stuff now. He moves up to 6 points with 4 assists. Down low, wide open, 3 in the corner. So Bay, so good. Well, hits the second triple of the night. Gives the Australians a 12-point lead. Romeo now is going to have to dribble out of the full court press. Castro comes off the screen, kicks out to Romeo. Well, turns it over dribbles it. And Australia can break, and Andre Blatch falls to the ground. Sobey jumps over him, transition, 3 in the corner, doesn't get it. Another offensive board. Philippines don't box out. Good ball movement. Takes it baseline. Kicks out, and there's a foul on the ground. There's the 3rd team foul for the Philippines, so the Aussies will get the ball sideline. Maker checks back into the game as he just gives Angus Brandt a little bit of a breather. Now he's doing so well in the low block, using his size, but also his post workability. Why not pulls up the 3, and Golden just tucks it away. And that's the 6th triple now for the Aussies, as they lead this one by 15. Norwood gets a handoff. Well, Fajardo wants it in the low block, and they're not giving it to him. Castro back with Blatch. Blatch behind the back, tried to kick it out. Down low, Andre Blatch just tucks it away. Well, he had a great one-on-one move, but Matthew Wright was able to spot him, and Australia, Nicholas Kay down the other end, wastes no time, and they turn it over. Dellavedova on the floor, diving. Thought maker, almost gets it, misses the alley-oop. Hey, poor play, turns it over. And Sobey is gonna have to pull it out. Waste no time, basket floater off the backboard. Australia just dominating the game. The Philippines have to call timeout. They gotta sort themselves out. Well, it was just a passage after sloppy play. They just couldn't control or handle the ball.
These t-shirts are brought to you by Smart. Get free usual today from Smart, Sun, and TNT.
Well, the Australians have scored 23 points this quarter, while the Philippines have only scored 11. That's a huge difference. And the Aussies 6 for 14 from the perimeter, while the Philippines only 2 for 9. They've picked up their assists a lot more than this quarter. You can see it's evident in the way the Australians move the ball. It's so quick, it's so fast. And everything is a penetration. Make the defense drawn, collapse. There's Golden from downtown. Well, Blesh now going all the way. Unstoppable now. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's the 3rd team foul for Australia. Sobey just unable to keep Andre Blesh in front of him. Well, Blesh missed the free throw, and I just love it. You got to make free throws. Trying to get back into the game. Everything's got to count. Originally from Syracuse, New York. She went straight from high school to the NBA in 2005. He makes the second one. Well, Dellavedova now tries to catch and shoot from the 3, and he can't get it. Blesh now guarded by Maker, who's right by him. In and around, gets blocked. Maker just says, get out of here. Too easy. Maker now gets fouled in transition. Wow, what a block. You can see Blesh thought he was going all the way to the bucket here with a scoop around. Maker said, no, sir. I see 14 foul now for the Philippines. They do one more, they're going to be in the penalty. Kick it now. Gives it up to Leash. Leash crosses over, takes it in the lane, puts up the foot with his left hand, and it's tucked away. 18-point lead now to the Australians. Strong move by Leash. He moves up to 7 points, 3 for 4 from the field. Pick and pop now. Andre Blesh step back, gets him off his feet, takes it in, kicks out good. We got a 3 from Castro. 3 is up, and it's nothing but net. Jason Castro, the assist from Andre Blesh. He moves up to 5 points. Puts up a wild floater, doesn't get it. Norwood with a rebound, and now Castro can break down the middle. Castro just pulls it out. Blesh thought about the 3, takes it this time. Can he get his 3rd? A little short. And Australia can break in transition. Maker gets him up in the air, gets blocked. Well, the block's on Fajardo. I thought Maker's gonna go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Originally from Southern Sudan, and moved to Perth, Western Australia. He was introduced to the game of basketball ever since. To Orangeville Prep in Canada. He was selected in the 2016 NBA draft by the Milwaukee Bucks, where he's currently now. This is the second free throw as Blatch gets a rebound. Well, just under 2.5 to go here in the second quarter as Australia really have started to run away with this. We're looking for Fajardo in the low block, can't get it to him. Norwood comes off the screen, pulls up, it's a long 2, foot on the line. Gabe Norwood just does well to tuck it in. Just slightly on the line. I didn't count for 3. Lish, pick and pop. Maker, he's made 1 3, doesn't get this one. Blatch with the rebound. And now Castro can break. Jason Castro now, a bit of shake and bake. He's going to try and attack the basket. Castro in and around. Over dribbles it too much. And now Australia can break. Well, they turn it over. Sloppy play by Leash. Norwood, Fajardo bangs, puts it up. And it's an offensive foul. Well, we'd have to see the replay on that one because to me, it looked like he was inside the semicircle. You can see the frustration with Coach Choke Reyes. And now that's the 4th personal foul for Fajardo. So now the person who's been the best post player, if he has to sit on the bench, you probably miss a bit of the 3rd quarter as well because they need him in the game. Well, timeout to Australia as they got to just sort themselves out and organize themselves a little better. Again, the Philippines still struggling with their fast break points while the Australians just getting out and running their own tempo. Philippines with 11 turnovers, way 1 too many. Also, you see with 14 assists, they do such a good job of just moving the ball and getting good passes. Here's the offensive foul. Well, that's a tough one because for me, he's inside the semicircle. To be honest, he didn't really have his feet set either, but you got to respect the official's call. Australia will get the ball back, but the unfortunate situation is now Fajardo has 4 personal fouls. Japeth Aguilar has got to come back into the game. Oh, a bit too strong on the pass. Leash was unable to catch it. We'll kick it. Almost threw it like an American football. Under 1.5 to go here in the second quarter as the Australians lead this one by 14. Well, Blatch looking for the low block, doesn't get it. Aguilar, there's a pump fake, but Philippines need a bit more movement off the ball. 3 on the shot clock, tries a 3. Can he get his 3rd? Can't get it. Well, Japeth Aguilar gets a steal. Aguilar gets fouled. Now, they could have a case that could have been an unsportsmanlike foul. Japeth Aguilar just slowly gets a steal, attempts to dunk. Thumb Maker fouls him. Now there's the steal. Here's the attempt of the dunk. Wow. In some places that could be considered an unsportsmanlike foul. So Thumb Maker is very lucky on that one. Aguilar makes the first free throw. Had a brief stint in the USA at a university, but only came back after a year. He's been in the Philippines ever since. Makes the second one. Kick good now. It's going to go handoff. This is good ball movement. Angus Bryant in the low block. Has to kick it out. Dellavedova now. They got the switch. Now. Had the shot, but he gave it up. 5 on the shot clock. Kicker puts it up, and he tucks the triple away. And that's how the Australians punish you. They run you right down to 24. They move the ball. They always get a wide open shot. Blatch in and out. Goes all the way. Tries to dish it off. You can see the Australians want to charge as Angus Bryant takes another knock. And there's the pass. Wide open 3 in the corner. Kicker just tucks it away. I mean, that's not, it's going to be painful to take a, well, it's quite a hard knock, but that's how you play the game, to be honest. Comes off kick it. The Philippines will get the ball baseline. And now they bring in Terrence Romeo, probably to try and get a bit more creativity going in the backcourt. So at the moment, they need more players just penetrating into the zone, making the defense collapse. Get into Blatch, 14 on the shot clock. Romeo, double crossover, takes it in the lane, looking for someone to kick it out to. Gets it to Blatch in the end. Blatch steps back. Castro doesn't take the 3. Well, Castro gets a hard knock. He's trying to say to the official, you got me. We'll have to see the replay on that. And you can see Chuck Reyes trying to signal to the ref. That was a foul, but to see the replay. Romeo catch and shoot, fades away, doesn't get it. Tough shot. And now 4 seconds left. Puts up the 3. In and out, doesn't get it. Well, at the end of the first half, it is Australia lead this one by 15, 52-37. And Chuck Reyes is not happy with the officials on the previous play where Jason Castro attacked the basket and didn't get a foul. At the end of the first half, it is the Aussies who are in control, running the tempo, getting up and down the court. The officials trying to signal to Coach Reyes to probably go in for halftime talk. The Philippines with 11 turnovers, but the Australians also at times been very sloppy with their play. They have 7 turnovers. They are in control of this one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go get a drink, go get something to eat. But don't go anywhere too long because we'll be back in 14 minutes for the second half of this FIBA World Cup qualifiers. It is Australia here at the Philippine Arena against the Philippines. It's halftime. We'll be back soon. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here for the second half of this FIBA World Cup qualifiers fixture between the Philippines and the visitors Australia. We're here in the Philippine arena right now. So far, the Boomers, as they are known, have been up and down, controlling the tempo. Andre Blatch started like a house on fire in the first quarter, but just cooled down so far in the second quarter. Dellavedova just slowly controlling the pace. Jimmy Castro just trying to get things going into life. A few incidences where the Philippines maybe just over-dribbling the ball with a lack of movement off the ball. Just needs to have a little bit more confidence in his game right now, because Nicholas K at the moment had an early start with having to guard Andre Blatch. Got himself into foul trouble. He's just got himself back into the game with a good rhythm. Japeth Aguilar, steady playing in the low block, got a few rebounds. I'm sure the home crowd would just love him to get a huge dunk in 1 minute just to really set this place on fire. Oh, look in the top right corner there, the assistant coach, Luke Longley, as we mentioned. What a mentor he is for this young Australian team. The three-time NBA champion. Next to him in the fire, you can see the future as he's having a great game so far. Angus Brandt, him and Jumar Fajardo just going at each other in the low block. Brandt playing at the University of Oregon, played his high school basketball in Chicago in prep for a year.
Coming down, making that pass to Jason, cutting hard and attacking, put you in the corner.
Well, Coach Chuck Reyes made history when he took this national team to the finals of the FIBA Asia Cup in 2013, where they beat South Korea for the first time in the semifinals. Came up short against Iran in the final. Managed to get one win in the FIBA World Cup in Spain in 2014, but what an accomplishment it was for them as a nation. If you want to know what basketball means to the Philippines, well, it simply is a national obsession. Some good matchups we got tonight. You got Blatch against Thumb Maker, having a real go at each other. Well, Pagoy now jumps into the starting lineup here in the second half. It's going to be interesting to see how he goes up against Dellavedova. Jason Castro, one of their more experienced players in this team. And they're going to have to really get him to step up and make some big shots if they're going to get back into this. Now remember, the winner of this game will go top of Group B. So it's all to play for. Well, if you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen, about the score in the other game of this group, as it stands, Japan will be going through as they're winning 103-60 with 2.5 to go against Chinese Taipei. As the shot is up and it's no good, and now the Philippines can break. So Australia, the Philippines, and another turnover, sloppy play. We got transition. Golden just lays it up. And Gabe Norwood, you can see how frustrated he is. This has been the case for the Philippines, just not a lot of movement off the ball. Golden now goes to 9 points. Well, pushes off Gabe Norwood. Strong move, but he missed it off the glass. Now he can break, and they steal it this time. Castro back to Norwood. 2-on-1. Back to Castro. Norwood fumbles it. Oh, a little slow. Norwood kicks it out and just throws it away. Thumb Maker falls over. Well, sloppy possession. Dellavedova tries it from the perimeter. Doesn't get it. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Maker, transition. Wow. No foul called. Andre Blatch did well to take a charge. Now, Blatch having to play point guard. Taking it in, spins around, kicks out. Castro for three. Can't get it. And this place is just begging for something to drop right now. 17-point lead to the Australians. Underneath, Nicholas K misses. Wow. For these teams, really struggling now. Castro makes a contact, loses another turnover. 2-on-2, Kirsch now in transition, and he's fouled by Gabe Norwood. Norwood looks like he's limping a little bit. See some of these players just look a little fatigued at the moment. Well, Terrence Romeo's going to come in. Romeo has been probably one of the more effective players in the perimeter. He's getting a lot of things going with his creativity, his quick ball handling skills. It's just a matter of keeping it under control. Well, as mentioned, in this Group B, Chinese Taipei will be falling out as Japan are running riot all over them. Score is 106-64. If the score stays the same like this, it'll be Australia who go top of the group. The three ball is up, and it's nothing but net from downtown Melbourne. Well, Nicholas K, it's his first three of the night. He moves up to 7 points. Blatch kicks it out. He had the time in three, but didn't take it, but he takes it in, and in the end, he gets it to drop. Well, first impact in the game. And it dunked in transition by Thumb Maker. And that's a way to really silence the crowd. Castro now gets a double team, another turnover. No, they keep it alive. Romeo, well, gave up another three, gets contact, gets fouled. He gets knocked out by Nicholas K. And he'll go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, Roger Ray Pagoy, just coming in, makes the first free throw. See, he took a real hard knock by Nicholas K. And look, wow, Golden, they're going to give him a technical foul. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It looked like Pagoy went over to have like a casual word, and Golden didn't appreciate it. Well, whatever was said, it wasn't appreciated by Golden. He just loves the jeers from the crowd. Well, it's a double T on both players. Well, he makes the second one. Dellavedova kicks out. Three in the corner. Can he make it this time? Yes, he can! Well, tucks it away, uncontested in the corner. Dellavedova is so explosive. Shooting isn't the strongest part of his game, but he gets that one to drop. Blatch gets a hand over Castro. Back to Blatch. Now Australia's gone into a 2-3 zone. Blatch can't get it, loses it. Well, you can see Dellavedova just calms down as he realizes he's been hugged by the beast. This is great ball movement. You know, we talked about Australia really will be able to compete at any level with any good team. Dellavedova just leading the way. Remember, experienced player, NBA champion 2016. Makes the contact, puts it up, and Dellavedova. This guy just has it all. Already, as soon as they score, not letting Castro get the ball. Now, I think we got a bench technical. Australia said something to the official, and the official didn't like it. Dellavedova is coming out of the game. Chart Reyes is speechless at the moment. Well, Romeo missed the first free throw. I think Terrence Romeo isn't aware of FIBA rules that a technical foul is only 1 shot and the ball. There's an unsportsmanlike foul is 2 shots and the ball. What a drive here. Makes the contact, just puts the floater up. Romeo tries a handoff with Blatch. Blatch now. He's going to take it in, back down. He's got time and space down the middle. Draws the foul. Well, the foul's on the ground. It's on Daniel Kickett. This is smart from Australia. As you can see, they're in this 2-3 zone at the moment. This is just basically saying to the Philippines, take the three-pointers. Well, they almost turn it over. See, everything is very lethargic right now. Not a lot of movement off the ball. Down to Blatch, got it by Kickett. Blatch spins around, what a spin, does so well, and Andre Blatch just knocks over Kickett in the process. Strong move. He's up to 12 now, he's 4 for 12 from the field. He's taken a couple of three-pointers, but Kickett down the other end. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, Japeth-Aguilar picks up a technical foul now. Well, both these teams unnecessarily just losing the discipline in this game. They're just killing themselves at the moment. He makes the free throw. Daniel Kickett, 6'10", plays for the Sydney Kings. Coming off the back of playing for Southwest Metro Pirates and the Brisbane Bullets, but he's had a brief career in Europe. Played in Spain, Ukraine, and Poland. Now he's enjoying his last few seasons in Australia. Well, he moves up to 10 points. He puts the Boomers up by 23, 66-43. Comes off the screen. Wow, it's a hard foul. Jason Castro has no arguments. That will be 2 shots now as the Boomers are in the penalty. He makes the first free throw. Well, Golden has been one of their more influential players in this team. Very consistent performer here. Makes it 2 for 2. Well, the lead now is 25. Just put on a bit of full court pressure now, but the Philippines are able to break it. The three's in the corner, the three is up, it's no good. And Japeth-Aguilar with a tip back. That would just store a little bit of confidence in the Philippines. In the lane, looking for thumb maker, kicks it out. Kickett had the three. Well, catch and shoot, Golden for 3. Oh, baby! What a shot. Got his feet set, quick release. You gotta love it. Well, Pagoy kicks it out now to Castro. Castro, they gotta get something going to the basket now. Pulls up for the three. The three is up, and Castro answers right back. Well, that is a deep three, and that's a good way to respond. Now thumb maker. Golden, another three, catch and shoot. Yes, sir! Well, 2 for 2 in the last 2 possessions. We'll kick it. And Pagoy just get tangled up. Pagoy seems to be the center of all confrontations now in this game. Wow, did you see that? Pagoy just gave Golden a shot to the gut. Wow. I'm not sure the officials saw that. Pagoy just going out there as a little antagonizer, and you know they're down by 26 and they're playing the alley-oops up, and Japeth-Aguilar just misses it. The thumb maker now in transition. gives it up. Beautiful pass. Kick it, lays it up. And that's a bit of showtime. Aussie fast break basketball. Well, it's now a 28-point lead to the Boomers as Gilas Pilipinas need a core timeout. Well, simply is a one-sided affair. Australia blowing this quarter out 24-11.
Get back on defense. Give up a foul early. Hit somebody. Put somebody on his ass.
Well, you can see Chuck Rand's just saying it's about heart and desire. You know, we talked about a lack of movement off the ball for the Philippines, but he's saying to his players, you got to get back in transition. You're not playing with enough heart. And if you have to, you know, foul somebody, but you got to play with some heart. Here's a knockover. Pagoy, look, again, just tripping over Kicker. Look at this for a quick release. Young player's watching, gets his feet set. As soon as he catches it, jumps in the air and follows through. That's a very, very good shooting technique, but the ability to get it off so quickly. Well, Golden now has 17 points, 3 assists, 7 shy of a double-double. Well, June Fajardo, now they have missed him in the low block, has 4 personal fouls. Had to come out at the end of the second quarter due to picking up his 4th. Castro now wants to go pick and roll Fajardo. Comes off a screen, puts up a floater from 15 feet, doesn't get it. Well, it's going to be the Philippines ball baseline. .14 on the shot clock again to Terrence Romeo. Romeo's going to go to work, time and space. Dish it off to Fajardo. Now he's just come in, so he's a little cold. Oh, it's a turnover. And it'll be Australia's ball. Up 28 now. Just under 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. It's Group A, last game of this first round of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. And as it stands, Australia will be top of the group. And the Philippines will be going through, and they'll be joined by Japan, who came up with a very convincing victory today. Another 3, Golden. Oh, baby! 3 for 3 in his last attempt. Same thing. Curls the screen, gets his feet set, and just lets the trigger go. Well, Pagoy and Golden, well, they got to calm these two down. This is getting out of control. They need to calm this situation down. Oh, my Lord. These are ugly, ugly scenes right now. You won't believe what's going on. This is getting out of control. They need to clear the benches, get them out of here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a side to basketball that we don't want to see, but this all stems from the fact that Pagoy was antagonizing Golden. And this is why the officials need to act early, but really, security needs to get in and break this apart. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the events that have happened, but so far the officials are going to review the incidences so that they can sort of make a judgment, and a wise judgment. And again, we do apologize for what has happened. And you know, both these two teams have played so well so far throughout the World Cup qualifiers, and it really is an unfortunate way it has ended up so far. Again, it's not the message that we want to send to the world. I mean, the game of basketball is played with such honor and such dignity that at this point tempers flared, and it just got out of control and escalated. You know, you look at this team, of course, with Australia. Throughout the game, they have been able to keep their cool for the most part. And coming here as a visiting team, the atmosphere can be quite electrifying, but for the most part, you know, when you get in these confrontations, you really need your captains and your coaches to step in and sort of try and de-escalate the situations, and unfortunately it didn't result to that. It takes away from everything, all the accolades these teams have achieved, and you know, the progression they've made. I mean, they've both been favorites to finish top of this group, and they've done just that. Australia just coming off the back of a very close, narrow defeat in Japan. Recently, you just saw the chairman of Australian basketball. He's just in front of course, the scores table. And he's obviously talking with the officials there involved with Philippines basketball. You can see now the diplomacy's out. They're just trying to settle the situation down, try to calm things down, of course. By the looks of things, it looks like they're calmly dealing with the matter. And you know, the important thing is they've got both sets of players away. Well, it wasn't a wonderful atmosphere so far in this game. Both teams are going at it. Australians just sort of sticking together, while the Philippines likewise down the other end. And again, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you an update, we're just waiting for the officials who are going to look and review the whole situation so they can make a decision and judgment. Well, Pagoy was playing some very good defense and sort of a one-on-one battle with Golden, and it just escalated from there. Of course, Coach Brown will want to kind of put a line under this. And really, both sets of players and both teams need to reflect on themselves. It is unfair, really, to sort of point the finger one way or the other, because they'll both have to look at themselves and say, and learn from it. Japeth Aguilar was having a good game so far. He was playing really well in the low block. He was giving some good minutes and some help to Fajardo, who was out with 4 fouls. He picked up those 4 fouls in the second quarter. Well, Luke Longley, the former NBA champion, he looks calm as ever, as he did in his playing days with Michael Jordan. And Terrence Romeo is just trying to step away from the whole situation, but you know, again, we do apologize for what's happened tonight, and this is not the side of basketball that we want to show you. It's definitely not a side of basketball to these two teams. June Fajardo was having a good one-on-one battle with Angus Bryant. The two players were bringing back the old-fashioned back-down post play. It was end-to-end stuff where they were getting the ball in the low block, and it was really exciting stuff to watch in the first half. Again, now Australia being a member of FIBA Asia, will most likely be seeing these two go at each other in the future. The veteran player came in, gave a few minutes. Actually gave a very hard elbow to Angus Bryant, who Again, credit to the young Australian post player. Did not respond very aggressively to it. Kept his cool and just carried on. But in a situation like that, if hard fouls are given out, players will get very frustrated, and that is what has happened. Again, we're just waiting for the officials' decision. They're currently reviewing the events that have happened so that they can make their final judgment and final decision. Again, until we get their information, we'll give you an update of where this game's going. Well, we've got the chairman, as we said, of Basketball Australia, Ned Cohen. He is down there just trying to sort things out and come to an agreement where they can take this game. But at the moment, we still don't know, as the decision is being made.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an announcement from SBW President FIBA.
Magandang hapon po, magandang gabi sa lahat. Alam nyo po, medyo hindi ka nais-nais yung nangyari. Good evening ulit. I just want to appeal to everybody to please settle down. We didn't want what happened to happen, but we are hosting this game, and this is basketball. At the end of this, we will wait for the referees on their decision. But please, I'd like us to respect the game and make our visitors feel safe in the arena. Okay? We will continue the game we all love. Okay? But let's show respect to our friends from Australia. The President of Australia is here. Also the Ambassador of Australia is also here. So let's just enjoy the game. Everybody calm down. Let's respect also what the decision will come out from the review of the referees. Again, maraming salamat. Mabuhay Pilipinas!
Well, that was the president of the Philippines Basketball Association. It just came out as he spoke with the president of the Australian Basketball Association. And just tried to diffuse everything, calm everybody down a little bit. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we do not know what will happen, and we don't know what's going until we get a final word from the officials. But for now, it is simply a waiting game for us. Well, if you are wondering about results also elsewhere here in Group B, Japan picking up their second crucial victory as they took on Chinese Taipei in a very thumping victory, of course, which sees them take the third spot place. Take back some great games that the Philippines have had to 2013 when they took on South Korea in the semifinal. The atmosphere was absolutely electrifying, and it was history in the making when they made it to the final. They came up short against Iran. They went on and sort of made a good presence in the 2014 FIBA World Cup in Spain. And since then, they have been a very consistent competitor at the top here. And now with Australia and New Zealand joining FIBA Asia, it's only made the competition much better in this part of the world. Well, the Philippines were given this Australian game quite a bit of competition. June Fajardo was coming in the low post and really just making an inside presence, which enabled Andre Blatch to play a bit more on the perimeter. Like I say, Chuck Reyes really likes to play with the dribble handoff to really get the defense to shift and collapse. But, of course, without that inside presence, when Fajardo picked up his fourth foul, meant they're a little bit vulnerable on the low block. It seemed like Australia, you know, if you get it wrong, they'll punish you, but if you get it right, they'll also punish you. They get the ball up the court so quickly. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, we are awaiting for the official decision. They are just going over the events of what has just happened here in the third quarter. We still have 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Until we get a decision from them, we will know where this game is heading. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've just got message now that the officials are heading back and are going to give us a decision. So hold tight, don't go anywhere soon, as we will just know very shortly what the outcome will be. I mean, ideally, we'd like this game to continue. We want it to be done in the safest of manners. Well, there are our officials, and they will be coming to make their final decision. And they've had a lot of time to think about this, put a line under everything. And the good thing with 3 officials is that they can all have their own opinion and sort of come together. That's one reason why we have such good officials here at all of our tournaments. I don't know if Coach Luke Longley does yoga, but he definitely looks the most calm person on the court. It might be just his natural state appearance, but he was a great competitor back in his day. Well, the cameras are not allowed near as they're taking notes, of course. Well, the notes they've already taken. Well, it's a very exciting time for Australian basketball with all the young prospects that come in up through the system, currently in the NBA as well, and veteran players. I won't be surprised to see them knocking on the door in the future to the big boys such as the USA. I think what's going on now is the officials are probably reviewing the incidences based on each individual player and probably which players they feel can stay and which ones probably need to go. But again, this is something we do apologize for the events that have happened here because, you know, both these teams are going to have to look back and reflect on this and learn from it, of course, because this is not the message we want to stir to the world. Of these nations, very respected basketball countries, and we want it to continue like that. If you go back to the last time these two teams played, it was Australia who came out victorious as they won 84-68. It was very close in the first half, but the Boomers ran away with it in the second half. Mitchell Creek really led the inspired Aussie offense in that game, along with Mitchell McCarron. Neither of those two are featured in this game, but that just goes to show the depth of the Australian national team. Players all over the world, NBL, in Europe, in the NBA. We look like we're coming near to a decision. The officials look like they're prepared. They've come to a decision, and they're going to let the officials of each team know the outcome. There's Ned Cohen, the chairman of Basketball Australia. So what they want is both sets of players sitting on the bench so they can make their announcement. As both teams anticipate the outcome of what's going to happen. I think what the security needs to do is try and get the crowd to calm down as much as possible as well. Now the officials are signaling the repercussions to the Australian players involved in the sort of events. Well, the officials just indicating through the moment which player will be ejected from the game. And the home crowd just sort of cheering towards it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official call. There have been disqualifying fouls called. First for Australia. Disqualifying foul call on number 2, Nathan Sobey. Number 4, Chris Goulding. Number 7, Todd Baker. And number 12, Daniel Kicker. Those 4 individuals have been ejected from the game.
Well, Australia lose 4 players.
Disqualifying fouls called on the Philippines. Number 2, Terrence Romeo. Number 4, Carl Brian Cruz. Number 7, Jason Castro. Number 8, Calvin Abueva. Number 11, Andre Blatch. Number 16, R.R. Pagoy. Number 18, Troy Rosario. Number 25, Jamin Aguilar. And number 35, Matthew Wright. They have all been ejected from this game.
Well, the Philippines national team have quite a few players who have been ejected. I'm not sure how many players that leaves them with on the court. Japeth Aguilar's gone, Terrence Romeo's gone, Pogoy's gone. Well, so far, Gabe Norwood, June Fajardo, who has 4 fouls, appear to be the only ones left. My question is it going to be 5 against 2? Is it going to be 5 against... This appears to be 3 players left, but June Fajardo has 4 fouls. So 1 more, and it looks like there'll be 2 left. Well, the players shake hands with each other, and they'll try to finish these next 14 minutes off. Remember, we've got 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. As it stands, there are 3 players left for the Philippines. And the crowd getting behind them. Well, they want it. Game on. Why not? Let's go for it. I'm just going to shoot the technical shots now, of course, but this is a very rare scenes that you'll see in basketball. The score now is 79-48, 4:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Crowd getting behind the Philippines. And after much, we're ready for play. Why not? Let's go for it. Well, the Australians now are going to outnumber the Philippines 5-3, so really it's just going to be about we'll take the 3 in the end. The 3 is up and the 3 is good. Well, the 3 is tucked away. So that was Anthony Kaldrimic. Why not go for the triple? Triples up, and he gets it. Well, Basser Amer comes in, first shot of the game. Hits a triple. So now the Australians now not trying to force the issue, just move the ball. Tries another triple, triples up, in and out, doesn't get it. It's probably what we're going to see now for the next quarter and a half. Fajardo now guarded by 2 in the low block. There's a chance just to go to work. Norwood pulls up from 18, and Gabe Norwood misses by a long way. Now, if you're the Philippines, you're probably going to have to stay in a very unusual triangle zone, because there you can see any man-to-man, and Angus Bryant will be wide open. Well, under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Philippines lead this one by 35. Crowd up on their feet. Fajardo catches shoot from 18 feet, doesn't get it. You can see Drimic just slows it down. I'm not sure why Gabe Norwood fouled him. That's his 3rd foul. I'm pretty sure they cannot have any less than 2 players, so Norwood has 3, Fajardo has 4. At least Basser Amer, who only just been into the game. Well, Jason Caddy doesn't hit the free throw. He's got 4 assists and 1 rebound so far. Missed them both. Basser Amer steps back, takes the 3. He's made 1, doesn't get this one. Now June Fajardo, he fouls out of the game now. Well, that's him done. And now it's 5 against 2. So I'm pretty sure now that if Norwood commits another 2 fouls, the game will have to be called off. I think Bryant played 1 year of academy basketball in Illinois before he went on to Oregon. What a player he's developed to in the recent years, gone through the system. Well, as it stands, it is 5 against 2 right now. Well, gets away with an 8-second violation, actually. But Norwood takes the three. 3 is up, no good. And now he's going to go for the foul. Gabe Norwood picks up his 4th. And Jason Caddy is going to go to the free throw line now for another 2 shots. Well, he missed his last 2, but he has another opportunity. And Reyes not impressed by what's going on. And you can see what's going to happen next. Players, they're going to try and force another shot. Get a quick foul. You can see Norwood trying to let them take the ball. Gabe Norwood just throws it down. Commits the foul. And Gabe Norwood fouls out of the game. And he gets a bit of a standing ovation from the home crowd. I'm pretty sure now we're going to have to call the game off. There's only 1 player left on the court for the Philippines, but well, he makes the first one. Well, Cameron Glidden came into the game. He had a triple in the early stages, but really has been a role player in and around now. The officials from both teams just shake each other's hands. They'll try to forget the melee of events that happened in the 3rd quarter as the Australians ran away with this one. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this one, it is the Boomers from Australia that win this one 89-53. We do apologize for the events that happened in the 3rd quarter. However, the officials came back, made decisions on which players to kick out, and by fouling out with too many players, the Philippines lose out on this one. As it stands, Australia finished top of the group. They'll go through with the Philippines, and most impressively, in our other games, Japan came out with a thumping victory over Chinese Taipei. They came out with a famous victory a few days ago at home against Australia. They'll be going through to the next stage here of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Well, Group B, it's been exciting times so far for these 2 teams. Some excellent games, some good competition as well. And they'll all be looking forward on to the next round. Well, this is the last day here, the 3rd window, the first round of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. More games to come all over the globe. Stay tuned, more. And we thank you for joining us here tonight in the Philippines as these 2 teams leave the bench. And that is as it stands now, as Australia victorious. Well, you can see the Aussies just shot so prolifically. 50% from the perimeter, 13 for 26. Well, the Philippines did actually out-rebound the Australians 29-25, but if you look at the assist chat, that basically just shows how well they moved the ball, how well they got so many good open looks, but Philippines have 18 turnovers. I mean, just too many. Got to take care of the basketball. Well, if we look at the game leaders, Andre Blatch had a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds. Della Vadova had 4 steals, also had 3 turnovers himself. Well, the game ended the way it did, but as it stands, the Australians came out victorious. Golden, top scorer in the game with 20 points. Joint 2nd top scorers with Blatch and Kickett with 12 each. Della Vadova chipped in 9. Jason Castro and Fajardo had 10 and 8, but in the end, it is the Aussies who pick up the victory. So far, Chinese Taipei, their 2 losses against the Philippines a few days ago in Japan today means they will not go through. Japan unbelievably win their last 2 games when they needed. They make up that 3rd spot. Australia topped the group with 5 wins and 1 loss as the Philippines succumb to their 2nd defeat. They've only lost to the Australians twice here in 2 windows. They take the 2nd place spot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here tonight. It was an unbelievable atmosphere, as it always is here. But for now, it's see you later.